really don't have any money, Brave.
I import books
I'll
whenever
give you
I
10
can.
septims tomorrow.
Most
Just
Nord
don't hit
works
me.
are too bawdy and violent for my tastes. My daughter Braith says I read
Sometimes
too
I miss
much.
the soldier's
Play
life.
with me, Mother.
But when I hold
Girls
my
need to learn how
daughter
to
in my
take care of
arms,
themselves.
I know I made the right choice. If you find that sword, please bring it to me.
Welcome to our home.
Mother, what's the meaning of this? Who have you brought into our home?
Avelstein, put that down. He's here to help us find Thorold.
How do we know he's not spying for the Battleborn? This was foolish. We can't trust anyone. Who knows what they'll do if they find me here?
I can't take any more of this. No weapons, please. Let's just talk.
All right, Mother. So,
I trust
you're here
not
to help?
planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend?
I know that Thorald's not dead. I just know it. The Imperials have him and are keeping him somewhere, but I don't know where. Those damned Battleborns, they know something. They're hiding it. They practically taunt us with it. They must have some sort of proof. There's gotta be something in that house of theirs. I just know it. I don't dare leave the house myself, so I need your help. Anything that confirms that Thorald isn't dead, but is being held captive. I know those Battleborns have it. They'd be hiding it, of course. Wouldn't want it to get out that they've been lying this whole time. But you might be able to butter them up enough to lower their guard. The Battleborns, the Emperor's biggest bootlickers here in Whiterun. Their connections to the Empire and the Legion are well known. When Thorald didn't return home, there was no question in my mind. They knew Thorald supported the Stormcloaks, knew he was gonna aid them in battle, made sure he didn't come back. Locked him up someplace to get back at my family. I'm sure of it. Best if
only
didn't
you could
mention
help
anyone
bring
that
my
you saw
son
me
back
here.
to me. It's hardly a secret that they have ties. Thorold did worse. He's my son. I feel it in my heart.
Do you have news?
Oh,
Did you
you'd
find
understand
something?
if you had children.
Everything's all right?
I'm so hungry. Oh, thank you, Divines. Bless your kind heart. It's what Brennan said I should do. He's the only one that's been nice to me since Mama. Since she died. My aunt and uncle took over our farm and threw me out. Said I wasn't good for anything. I wound up here, but I don't know what to do. I miss her so much. Bye.
Disrespect the law and you disrespect me.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
If it's work you're looking for, Hulda's the one to talk to.
I enjoy this work well enough, but I assume you saw the Gildergreen? Big tree all burnt up in the middle of the Wind District? It's part of the Temple of Kinnareth. People want Danica to do something about it, but I don't know what they expect. People say there is someone in Riften that can change your face, make you look completely different. Do you believe that? The companions? In Jorvaskr? They're recruiting new members from what I hear. Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter.
We drink to our youth.
What can I get you?
Days come and gone. For the age of aggression.
Magic is for the weak. Elves, I mean. Of course, there is Farengar. He might be the Jarl's wizard, but at least he's a Nord. Take a look.
And our steel, we will take back our home.
Need anything else? Just let me know.
Down with Ulfric, the killer of kings. On the day
If you
of
need
your
more,
death,
depends.
drink and
Are you...
we'll sing.
Now please, no more questions.
I work for Belethor at the General Goods.
Fight all our lives.
Think you can go blade to blade with me? The heat of the that and a true Nord never misses a chance. You've been talking to those companions? Too hot-headed, they cried. Weak, pathetic cowards, the lot of them.
Of course, our hopes and ours.
It wasn't my fault. I told them over and over that it was an accident. They wanted me to prove
This
my
is a local
worth.
favorite, and
So they threw me
the
up
first
against a
songs
young
I
whelp
can
of a
learn.
lad, hardly old enough to
Ragnar
grow his
the
first
Red.
chin hairs. I guess they thought a woman wasn't strong enough to hurt him. I didn't mean for him to die. Why would I want that? I just lost control.
His blade as he told of bold battles and gold he had made.
Good. Chat time's over.
But then he went
Come by Belethor's shop at the
The
market.
security
I'm sure
in
we've got
White
some-
One is terrible. Shameful is what it is.
Your mana. Depends. Are you thirsty? Hungry? Both. If there's nothing else,
Flashing
I
and
have work to
slashing
do.
of steel as the brave lass Matilda
Once
charged
I've
in
made
full
enough money
zeal.
trading with the Khajiit caravans, before my ma and up, I met one of the caravan leaders, Madran. He said he'd help me get started if I could bring him a mammoth's tusk. Easier said than done. You do that?
Drink to our youth.
If you find one, I could teach you a thing or two about trading.
For the age
Help you get a
of
fair bargain in the
aggression is
future?
just about done.
Yeah, it's got to be tough. Worst thing is, nobody wants them in the cities. Nobody trusts them. Reputation mostly. A lot of Khajiit turn to smuggling and thievery to get by. A few bad apples spoil the bunch. About the same as way I hear it, elsewhere. Yeah, it's got to be worst thing is, matter of fact I do. They've been fair enough with me, far as I can tell. And a Nord knows a liar when she sees one.
And we'll see it wipe
Farewell.
of the scourge that has
Those two at it again? Strike when the shoulder turns. He's giving you openings.
Ha! Come on! Get in there and push.
Little blood to clear the air. I learned the ways of the blade in the Great War. I came home to wandered around as a blade. The money was good. I was lucky that... Of course the money is still good. And the drinks.
You're pathetic!
Could you move? You're into... We've done as much as we... Remember, Whiterun is home to the companions. Any dragon that comes here will get more than he's bargained for. I think.
Fight.
I'd be dead if not for Vignar.
Ah,
Took
fresh
me in and
blood.
helped me turn my life
Hope
around.
you know how to... And what might you need? Soon enough, it'll be me.
About you,
In the meanwhile, the
And if you
Circle
want to keep
handles our
having
daily
ears,
routine.
you'll pretend you
And
didn't.
Kodlak advises them
Is
as
it not
Harbinger.
allowed?
It's not exactly forbidden, but even so, it's not true. So that's that. If you wish to hunt with me, your feet need to be quick and your eyes quicker.
Yes, You don't just waddle in. If you want to embarrass yourself, I won't stop you. So I wouldn't have to answer stupid... Are you looking to... The short answer is, we fight. The long answer is...
Take a look at it.
I'm a warrior, not a blacksmith. All
Can't
right,
you
then.
just tell me if the grip is bad?
If Eorland made it, it's more likely you're gripping it wrong. Find me tomorrow and we can go over it.
All these younglings scampering around.
Worried one of them is going to take your place?
Some
Make
of them
it
might
quick.
Try, but that's not what I'm worried about.
What then?
Helgen. Destroyed by a dragon. Everything's all right?
What would you have me do then? Nothing?
What's the meaning
My
of this
lord,
interruption?
please.
Jarl
This is no
Balgrup
time
is
for
not
rash
receiving
action.
visitors.
I just think we need more information before we act.
As
Who's
House
this,
Carl,
then?
my job is to deal with all dangers that threaten the Jarl or his people. So you have my attention. Now explain yourself. Whatever you have to say to the Jarl, you can say to me. I'm
all right
starting
here.
to think...
I want to hear what he has to say.
Make a move toward Balgruff, and you're dead. I am charged with protecting the Jarl from any and all threats. Powerful men have met... Oh yes, there have been attempts on the Jarl's life. More than one would-be assassin has... Take your pick. And those are just the physical threats. Assaults on his sanity are another matter entirely. Every day... Well, not yet anyway. Balgrupp and I share a battle bond. We met as youths and forged our friendship in the fires of war. When he became Jarl, I insisted on serving as his protector. He had no cause to argue. Gods, you are curious. Almost dangerously so. I've got my eyes.
What's this about Riverwood being in danger? Girder owns the lumber mill, if I'm not mistaken. Pillar of the community, not prone to flights of fancy. And you're sure Helgen was destroyed by a dragon? This wasn't some Stormcloak raid gone wrong? Really? You're certainly forthright about your criminal past. But it's none of my concern who the Imperials want to execute, especially now. What I want to know is, what exactly happened at Helgen? By Ysmir, Irileth was right! What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls? Against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
will view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons. Farengar, I think I've found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. Ah, no mere brute mercenary, but a thinker. Perhaps even a scholar? You see, when the stories of dragons began to circulate, many dismissed them as mere fantasies, rumors, impossibilities. One sure mark of a fool is to dismiss anything that falls outside his experience as being impossible. But I began to search for information about dragons. Where had they gone all those years ago? And where were they coming from? I learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself. Ah, the dragon stone of Bleak Falls Barrow. You already found it. You are cut from a different cloth than the usual brutes the Jarl foists on me. You'll have to see the Jarl about that. Maybe his steward
Wait for me.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities. I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm sure others who practice. Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form of recompense. Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task. If I said that enough to know what I meant, probably not. As long as I'm left alone to pursue my Now, I'm a busy man, and your pointless questions are boring me terribly. Good day. I wonder what Irileth is so excited
about. A dragon's been sighted nearby. You should come too.
A dragon? How exciting. Where was it seen? What was it doing?
I'd take this a bit more seriously if I were you.
Fear not.
The dragon decides to
dragon
attack
or
Whiterun.
giant will be ready.
I don't know if we can stop it. Let's go.
So, that tells me you came from the western tower?
Yes, my...
Tell him what you told me about the dragon.
Oh, that's right. We saw it coming from the south. It was fast. Faster than anything I've ever seen.
What did it do? Is it attacking the watchtower?
No, my lord. It was just circling overhead when I left. I never ran so fast in my life. I thought it would come after me, for sure.
Good work, son. We'll take it from here. Head down to the barracks for some food and rest. You've earned it. Irileth, you'd better gather some guardsmen and get down there.
I've already ordered my men to muster near the main gate.
Good. Don't fail me. There's no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I need your help again. I want you to go with Irileth and help her fight this dragon. You survived Helgen, so you have more experience with dragons than anyone else here. But I haven't forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the Dragon Stone for Farengar. As a token of my esteem, I have instructed Avenici that you are now permitted to purchase property in the city. And please, accept this gift from my personal armory.
I should come along. I would very much like to see this dragon.
No. I can't afford to risk both of you. I need you here working on ways to defend the city against these dragons.
As you command.
One last thing, Irileth.
I envy you the chance to see this dragon up close.
I need to know what
Sadly,
we're dealing with.
Perhaps what a fascinating conversation that would... I'll put it simply. If the Hold is faced with any threats or mysteries of a magical... Hopefully that answer will satisfy.
Don't worry, my
Good
lord.
Day.
I'm the
Come
very
to Dragon's...
caution.
Ah, student of the craft. You'll need to start by learning an enchantment. Take an enchanted... Once you know an enchantment... Of course, I have everything you need. A prospective student, are you? Well, I'm afraid I'm not much good at teaching. Take a look. You know, if you've got the aptitude, you should join the Mages
Help
College in
Irileth
Winterhold.
kill this dragon before it can attack Whiterun. There's no time to lose.
Father says I'm too young to train with the sword, so I practice with my fists.
Oh, I'm not a man. I'm a weapon in human form. Just unsheath me and point me at the enemy.
I serve Jarl Balgruuf as steward. That is an old tale, but well known to those of us. Long ago, there lived a mighty hero of the Nords, Olaf One-Eye. Olaf did battle with a fearsome dragon named Numenex. The struggle between Olaf and the dragon culminated in a mighty duel atop Mount Anthor, with Olaf the victor. Olaf returned in triumph to Whiterun. By his decree, the city's keep was rebuilt as a prison for Numenex. And so, from that time until this, our great keep has been called Dragon's Reach. The history of Whiterun. As time passed, a thriving community sprang. Today, Whiterun is the jewel of... Well, there are 3 of them, arranged in 3 tiers. The Plains District is so named because it's the closest of the 3 to the plains that surround the city. The inn and marketplace are found there. Most of the city's residents live in the Wind District, which is the middle of the 3. Dragon's Reach occupies the highest, which we call the Cloud District. From here, the Jarl can see all that goes on within his city. From Adrian? This must be that weapon for the Jarl. Poor girl. So eager to prove herself. I'll present it to Balgruuf when his mood is agreeable. Thank you. Please, take these few coins for services rendered. Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach. Divines bless you. May the ground... I serve Jarl... Of course. It's all in this note.
Take pity, sir, and spare me a few seconds.
We've got nothing to talk about. Leave me alone.
No signs of any dragon right now, but it sure looks like he's been here. I know it looks bad, but we've got to figure out what happened.
Oh?
If that dragon is still skulking around somewhere. Spread out and look for survivors. We need to know what we're dealing with.
No, get back. It's still here somewhere. Rocky and Todd just got grabbed when they tried to make a run for it. Kinnereth, save us. Here he comes again. Save us. It's a dragon. Get the bead on. Yeah!
Let's make sure that overgrown lizard is really dead. Damn good shooting, boys. Everybody, get back!
I can't believe it. You're Dragonborn. In the very oldest tales, back from when there were still dragons in Skyrim, the Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power. That's what you did, isn't it? Absorb the dragon's power. Yes, I think I am. You can shout now. That can only mean one thing. You must be Dragonborn.
Dragonborn? What are you talking about?
That's right. My grandfather used to tell stories about the Dragonborn. Those born with the dragon blood in them. Like old Tiber Septim himself.
I've never heard of Tiber Septim killing any dragons.
There weren't any dragons then, idiot. They're just coming back now for the first time in forever. But the old tales tell of the Dragonborn who could kill dragons and steal their power. You must be one.
What do you say here?
That was the hairiest fight I've ever been in. And I've been in more than a few.
Tell us.
I
do you
don't know
believe
about
in this Dragonborn business?
But I... Some of you would be better off keeping quiet than flapping your gums on matters you don't know anything about. Here's a dead dragon, and that's something I definitely understand. Now we know we can kill them. But I don't need some mythical Dragonborn. Someone who can put down a dragon is more than enough for me.
You wouldn't understand, Housecarl. You ain't a Norn.
I've been all across Tamriel. I've seen plenty of things just as outlandish as this. I'd advise you all to trust in the strength of your sword arm over tales and legends.
That was shouting, what you just did. Must be. You really are Dragonborn, then.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. A letter. Not sure who from. He wouldn't say, just that he was a friend of yours. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
By the gods, it's true, isn't it? A dragon has attacked Whiterun. How could mere men bring down
Riverwood's
such a
agreeable
beast?
enough. He's a bard. Thinks his ballads and sonnets are going to convince Camilla. An intelligent, beautiful woman like her wouldn't fall for that nonsense. There's beauty. I'll show you what I know. All right, then.
You looking for a new blade? Of course. I seen the grinds. If you've got the raw materials, you can use the forge to make something new. Iron or steel. Girder's family first settled here as woodcutters a few generations ago.
It means so much to us to have the claw back where it belongs. Thank you.
Thank you. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. All right, then.
A fine day to you, friend. May you die with a sword
I
in
could
your
forge
hand.
you a war hammer that would crush a giant's head like a walnut.
You're not serious. Sure I am. We got some firs and tree branches, paint them
Nope.
white, and then
Sorry.
tie them to stone.
Nothing.
Instant frostbite spider.
My favorite drinking
Believe that
buddy.
your dog
Let's
is
get
a
some meat.
frostbite spider. And if they do, they'll kill him. That's not much of a prank.
Oh yeah? What would you rather?
I own the lumber mill and pay a fair wage. See my husband Hod if you're looking for work. Until next
What
time.
is it, Orc?
Look, you already have been told you're not allowed here. Turn around and go back the way you came.
We're causing no trouble. All we ask is to...
I don't care what you're doing. After what happened, you're lucky I don't toss you in jail. Now get lost.
We will be back. This is not over. You there. We're looking for someone in Whiterun. We will pay good money for information. A woman, a foreigner in these lands. Redguard, like us. She is likely not using her true name. We will pay for any information regarding her location. We are not welcome here in Whiterun, so we will be in Rorikstead. We're looking for a fugitive who comes from Hammerfell. A Redguard woman. She may be somewhere in this... It's none of your concern. If that doesn't interest you, feel free to walk away. You tried mercenary work? It might suit you.
I work for Bellathor at the general goods store.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, it took years, but I earned my way to the top. I own children.
Let me guess. They're saying it's because of this trouble with the Stormcloaks? I spend a lot of time at the market stall so I can learn the
Road patrols were cut in half because the Jarl needed soldiers. Now the bandits are bolder than ever. They've been raiding the farms for food, and supplies are scarcer than ever. Maybe I should sell
I work
swords
with
and
my
armor
mother.
instead.
Sell fruits and vegetables. It's
Maybe.
fun most days.
Thought they wouldn't taste Life's as good hard as a enough loaf. without
I'm the
these
commander of the
opposition.
guard here in Whiterun.
But that bard is the worst.
Come to chat with an old woman, hmm? Do your good deed for the day.
Looking for... Are you married? You look the type. Make sure you treat your wife with the respect she deserves.
There's a rift here in Skyrim. Can't neither magic
You
nor
have
the
come.
passing of time.
You have come to hear the word of Talos. May Talos guide you. Always.
Good. You're finally here. The Jarl's been waiting for you.
So what happened at the watchtower? Was the dragon there? I knew I could count on Irileth, but there must be more to it than that. So it's true. The Greybeards really were summoning you. Masters of the Way of the Voice. They live in seclusion high on the slopes of the throat of the world. The Dragonborn is said to be uniquely gifted in the voice, the ability to focus your vital essence into a thume or shout. If you really are Dragonborn, they can teach you how to use your gift. The Greybeards.
Didn't you hear the thundering sound as you returned to Whiterun? That was the voice of the Greybeards, summoning you to High Hrothgar. This hasn't happened in centuries, at least. Not since Talos was summoned when he was still Talos of Atmora.
Brungar, calm yourself. What does any of this Nord nonsense have to do with our friend here? Capable as he may be, I don't see any signs of him being this, Dragonborn.
Nord nonsense? Why, you puffed up ignorant. These are our sacred traditions that go back to the founding of the First Empire.
Hrongar, don't be so hard on Avenici.
I meant no disrespect, of course. It's just that, what do these Greybeards want with him?
That's the Greybeards' business, not ours. Whatever happened when you killed that dragon, it revealed something in you, and the Greybeards heard it. If they think you're Dragonborn, who are we to argue? You'd better get up to High Hrothgar immediately. There's no refusing the summons of the Greybeards. It's a tremendous honor. I envy you, you know, to climb the 7,000 steps again. I made the pilgrimage once. Did you know that? High Hrothgar is a very peaceful place, very disconnected from the troubles of this world. I wonder that the Greybeards even notice what's going on down here. They haven't seemed to care before. No matter. Go to High Hrothgar. Learn what the Greybeards can teach you. You've done a great service for me and my city, Dragonborn. By my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Whiterun. It's the greatest honor that's within my power to grant. I assign you Lydia as a personal housecarl, and this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble, now would we? We are honored to have you as Thane of our city, Dragonborn. Back to business, Proventus. We still have a city to defend.
Yes, my lord.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend. Now, if you don't mind, I've got a city to keep.
I'm not a man. I'm a weapon in human. It means you can kill dragons and steal their power. Even speak with a dragon's voice, they say. There hasn't been a dragonborn seen in the land for centuries. They live in seclusion. They are masters of the way of the voice. If you really are dragonborn, they're the ones who can teach you how to use your power.
Another wanderer, here to lick my father's boots. Good job.
When the Empire surrendered to them, how'd you do that?
I spend a lot of time at the market stall so I can learn the merchant's trade. I need more experience.
You're the best. Mister, could you spare a coin? Oh, thank you. Divines, bless your kind heart. Until next time.
Izmir, you did it! You killed the dragon.
It's no... My friend Olava? Yes. Braith bullies me all the time. All the elders think I'm a milk drinker because I can't fight. If you can get Braith to leave me alone, I'll be your best friend. Forever. Oh, okay. I didn't think you'd help me. Nobody ever does. I can't fight. Need something? Well, me and Mila used to climb up on the roof of but I don't do that stuff anymore. Father, yes. If you can get Braith to leave me alone. Oh, good. She'll listen to you. I just know it.
You're not supposed to be here.
You're not supposed to be in here. I'm warning you. Back off!
In the name of the Jarl. You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense? Oh, forgive me, Thane. I didn't realize it was you. We'll look the other way this time. But even the Jarl's influence has its limits. Be more careful.
There's been I probably shouldn't tell everyone who asks. This is important business, you know. Mm-hmm.
There has been talk amongst the gods that you are Dragonborn. But such a thing, surely that's not possible.
I work with my mother, sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun most days.
Once I've made enough money, Thank you. This should turn that old cat's gaze. Maybe I'll be able to become a caravaneer myself one day. As promised, let me show you a thing or two about bargaining. Don't want some shifty merchant giving you a raw trade.
Exactly.
Farewell.
Half because the Jarl needed soldiers. Now the bandits are bolder than ever. They've been raiding the
Staying
farms.
safe, I hope.
Supplies are scarcer than ever.
What's the matter? It's been a while now. I miss him, but it's clear he's not coming back. He knew what he was getting into. I don't blame anyone. It's been a while now. I miss him, but it's clear he's not coming back.
Maybe, but they wouldn't taste as good as a loaf of fresh-baked comfort.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions. Everything's for sale, my... Interesting, to say the least. What with all that's been going on. On the one hand, supplies are harder to come by since fewer traders are traveling the roads these days. But on the other, the scarcity of supplies has led to some, well, elevated prices. All that matters is that I have what you need. And isn't it obvious? Why, the wonderful weather, and not to mention my great fondness for dragons. But without a doubt, the most Take a look. Do come back. Please do, look around. I'm sure I have something you'll want.
I work. Come by Bellathor's shop at the market.
When the Empire surrendered to the All-Merry Dominion, they shamed us all.
Looking for my husband, Nazim? Check the Jarl's backside. That's usually where he stuffs himself these days. Are you married? You look the type. Make sure you treat your wife with the respect she deserves.
Indeed. The temple here in the city is my charge. The goddess's divine blessings have no... After all, it is she who brings rain to our crops and fair weather on the harvest. Somewhat, yes. At first it seemed a distant thing, heard only in the idle speech. When the wounded, as more of the sick and injured, I wish only an end to the fighting, so that I can tend to the Gildergreen, yes. It's a bit of an eyesore at the moment. More of a problem for the pilgrims than for me, but not many of them around anymore.
So sick.
A big dead tree isn't very inspiring if you're coming to worship the divine of wind and rains. Kinareth gives life, and we need a living tree to be her... I've thought about that. Trees like this never really die, they only slumber. I think if we had some of the sap from the parent tree, we could wake up its child. But even if you could get to the Eldergleam, you couldn't tap it. Not with any normal metal. Eldergleam is older than metal, from a time before men or elves. To even affect it, you have to tap into the old magic. You'll have to deal with the Hagravens. I've heard about the weapon they've made for sacrificing Spriggans. It's called Nettlebane. The hags terrify me, or I would have gone after it myself. Your spirit is strong. It's held in a Hagraven nest called Orphan Rock. Something wrong, Alam?
I feel better.
I'm as much a Nord as the... What's there to say? Best not to ask too many questions about it. People might get the wrong idea about you. When the Empire surrendered to the Aldmeri Dominion, they shamed us all.
It's a fine day with you around. Yeah, it's got to be tough. Skyrim's a hard enough land when you've got a roof over your head. Farewell.
Boys, girl, yeah? Why? Okay, I'll leave him alone. I was just kidding around. Besides, if he'd only kiss me, I wouldn't have to beat him up all the time. I don't fight Lars no more, if that's what you're worried about.
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you.
There's a rift here in Skyrim. Can't neither magic nor the passing of time.
I knew it. Let me see, please. The Thalmor. By the 9, it's worse than I thought. So, Northwatch Keep. Then we know where to hit 'em. I'll do anything if it means saving my brother. You'll join us, won't you? Thorald can't be left to those monsters. What? You, alone, reasoning with the Thalmor? That's madness, friend. You're serious, aren't you? Very well. I'll give you a chance. But if you can't do it, I will.
I don't know what you did, but Braith won't even look at me now, so thanks! My friend Olava, the seer, she says things will get better for me once I start sticking up for myself. Until next time.
Can you close up the sand early today, Mama?
I'm afraid not, little kid. Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might... You look rather pale. Could be ataxia. Ah, splendid, splendid. It's for a special brew I'm working on. A love elixir like none other. Maybe I'll test it on Farengar first. Oh, but I suppose you expect some compensation. Here. These potions should suffice. Ah, so you're an alchemist then? Come back anytime if you need a remedy. Be careful! You'll find tonics, salves, poultices, and potions on my shelves. Browse to your heart's content. What do you need, my friend? Pardon me, but do I detect a case of the rattles? I've got something for that. Farewell. I offer remedies for ailments both common and rare. Do let me know if I can be of service. You'll find tonics, salves, poultices, and potions on my shelves. Browse to your heart's content. It's a fine potion you've put together.
Need something? Unlike the rest of my family, I've got work to do.
Welcome to war. Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage? Good doing business with you.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside.
Good to have you by my side, friend. I need reliable people around. There's a nip in honest pay for honest work.
The longer we travel the roads of Skyrim, the more empty they'll never see you coming.
Tools, wares, and weapons, all for sale at fair prices.
May your road lead you to warm sands.
We have been in this land for so long.
something?
Just give up!
Someone there? Is someone there?
I've had enough of you! Sure! You won't leave Skyrim alive! I'll try and make this quick.
Is someone there?
What of the war? That is not so easy to escape from.
The war? That is not a reason to leave. It is a reason to stay.
And what makes you think that?
Because war is good for business, of course. Oh, the wind blows bitter cold in this place. The Khajiit hail from a distant land called Elsewhere, bordered on the north by Cyrodiil, and the south by the glistening blue waters of the sea. Elsewhere is an arid land of deserts and rocky canyons, where the sun shines warmly, always. There are cities so ancient, the sands have swallowed. An astute question, for we are far from home, and this is a cold, hard, the wise trade. The dragons and the war have scared many. It is all in this note. May your road lead you. To warm sands.
Goods and wares of all kinds, and all can be yours. It is, they'll never see you coming. I hope that you will come to do business with us again. Many don't need something?
Khajiit, take a look. May the sun keep you.
What is it?
I work for Bellathor at the general goods store.
What's the matter? You can't stand the sight of a strong Nord woman?
Mister, could you spare a coin? Oh, thank you. Divines, bless your kind heart.
Staying safe, I hope.
I need to ask you to... Good. Glad we straightened that out.
The Jarl has appointed me to be your housecarl. It's an honor to serve you. The Jarl has recognized you as a person of great importance in the Hold. A hero. The title of Thane is an honor, a gift for your service. Guards will know to look the other way if you tell them who you are. As my Thane, I'm sworn to your service. I'll guard you and all you own with my life. Farewell.
We can never rest easy, for
What is
Balgruuf's
it
enemies
that you need?
will not. I've got my eyes on you.
Excellent. You've done us a great service. Here is your reward. Well, in the old tales. Whoa. In the very oldest tales. Back from when there still were dragons in Skyrim. With good planning, even now, we must all... But until brave hero... No doubt, he thought it was the only way to make his point. And also, because he knew he could. Now, if you don't mind, I've got a city to keep.
Honor to you, my Thane.
Divine smile on you, friend. Well, I only know what I've heard in the old tales.
Shouting is an ancient form of magic, the use of one's voice to project their power. If you can shout, you need to go see the Greybeards. They'll know what to do. You know, if you've got the aptitude, you should join the Mages College in Winterhold.
Another wanderer, here to lick my father's boots. Good job.
Are you a graybeard?
I'm as much a Nord as the next man, but I'm no fool. I don't live in the past like those gray men.
Disrespect the law and you disrespect
Just one
me.
gold, please? Until next... I'm so hungry. I work with my mother, sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun most days. and hard work.
Some of them might try.
I'd be dead if... I had a bad time a few years back, and I turned to drink. But Vignar, he wouldn't let me stay weak.
If you wish to hunt with me, your feet need to be quick and your eyes quick.
This is a place for warriors, New Blood. What brings you here?
Need to be quick and your
I'll
eyes
take my
quicker.
leave then.
All right then.
Oh, I'm just a servant, dear. You want to talk to one of the companions, I'm sure.
Ah, fresh blood. Hope you know how to handle yourself. Yes, sirrah.
I haven't
Safe
seen...
travels.
Need something? Yeah,
What kind of weapon do you prefer? I like the smaller, quicker blade.
Yes, you're very fond of saying that. You know I like hammers and axes.
Aren't they slow? I can get in and out before you have one swing.
Let's test that out sometime.
But I still hear the call of the
I think you've
blood.
been taking things that don't belong to you. Pay your debts, and we'll forget this happened. Be careful around here. You don't want to anger the wrong person.
Great. Another ambition. There are all... Who cares who worships what dead god? Give me something to make me draw my sword.
A stranger comes to our hall. Would you now? Yes, perhaps. A certain strength of spirit.
Master, you're not truly considering accepting him.
I am nobody's master, Vilkas. And last I checked, we had some empty beds in Jorvaskr for those with a fire burning in their hearts.
Apologies. But perhaps this isn't the time. I've never even heard of this outsider.
Sometimes the famous come to us. Sometimes men and women come to us to seek their fame. It makes no difference. What matters is their heart.
And their arm.
Of course. How are you in battle, boy? That's the spirit. Vilkas here will get started on that. Vilkas, take him out to the yard and see what he can do.
Aye.
Oh, got more to say.
I'd be dead if not for Big... I had a bad time a few years back, and I turned to drink. But Vignar, he wouldn't let me stay weak.
You don't belong here. What do you think you have to offer?
This is a place for war. I can't keep helping you with everything. I'll take my leave then.
I've heard some
When the Empire surrendered to the Altmeri Dominion, they shaved us all.
What are you looking at? I'm not afraid of you, you know, even if you are my elder.